Hey there, travelers. This is the Oyster Traveler. Right now, I am in La Fortuna. As you can see, there's the beautiful volcano right there. It's a beautiful day. We don't always get the chance to see it here because it's a cloud forest. A lot of the time it's clouded over. However, what I wanted to tell you guys about today was about taxis Piratas, or what they called. They're called pirate taxis. The official taxi of Costa Rica is called the Rojos, or the red taxis. You'll see them everywhere. They look like regular yellow taxis, except they're red. Now, something that's very unknown to travelers in Costa Rica is that there's also a taxi pirata, or a pirate taxi driver, that charges less than the red official taxis because they're working for themselves. I like to think of them like an Uber, but without the application. So these guys have their own cars. It's a very, very normal thing throughout all of Costa Rica. You'll be able to say, ¿Dónde están los taxis piratas? Or where are the taxistas piratas? So taxi pirata is a phrase that you should definitely know if you're trying to save a little bit of money on taxi rides, because they can be rather expensive. So here in La Fortuna, I have found the spot of the taxi piratas, which is actually just between the bus station and the Parque Central, which is the Central Park. And I met this nice guy. His name is Johnny Araya. Hi, Johnny. And I told him that I wanted to go to this place called the Tabacon. The Tabacon, I've heard, is a place in the river where there's natural hot springs and you don't have to pay to get in. I'm all about a budget travel. I also like, 5 stars and middle of the line. Just, I like to hit all the different kinds of things, but especially the free things, so that people can be aware of them while they're traveling, if they want to, save a little bit of money or make their travel last a little bit longer. So right now we're on our way to a Tabacon, and the precio normal para ir al Tabacon
serían $12.
Okay, so the price to go to the Tabacon from the center is about $12 with the taxi piratas. And if it's not, como que los rojos, ¿cuánto cobrarían?
Por un promedio de unos $20.
$20. So the red taxis, the red official taxis, would charge you about $20, more or less. So just to give you guys a little bit of an idea, you can really get some savings. So taxi pirata is really a word for if you're looking to budget travel. And again, I wanted to go to this great spot called Tabacon. Also, they can take you to many other places, not only in La Fortuna, but in other parts of Costa Rica, or you can hire them for the day. The prices are always kind of negotiable, so they can say, how about, however many colones, and then you can tell them yes or no, that sounds good or it doesn't, and then you can say, or if not, maybe this is what I can pay, and then they can decide whether, that sounds good to them or not. So, para ir al lago, ¿cuánto sería?
Para ir al lago serían $20.
$20. So the Arenal lake is about 15 to 20 minutes up, kind of around the volcano, out of town, or towards the volcano, I guess you could say. And a taxi would charge about $20 a pirata to go up there, and a red taxi, I'm guessing it would be anywhere from like $25 to $30. So as you can see, Johnny is very well dressed. He always says, we're just like everyone else. We have our families, we have our children, they're very, upstanding citizens. And he says, if you're all curious, and you look at someone and they say that there's a taxi pirata, but you just don't get a good feeling about them, don't get in with them. But most of the time, they look like Johnny. They look like they're working. You'll see their cars just kind of lined up there. They're in front of the soda or the cafe that's called Sabor Tico. So you can just kind of see them with their taxis out there that look like regular cars, and you can just say taxi pirata, and they'll say yes or no, and they look like, regular working men. So just a little tip for you guys, and I'm excited to show you the Tabacon. Ciao!